Hi everyone, and welcome to the first module. This is going to be just an introduction to programming. We're going to learn a little bit about programming, designing programs, what an algorithm is, and then I'm going to have you guys install the software that we use, and I'll just give you a program to copy and paste in and make sure you can get it working. So when we go to our learning modules, course content, the textbook link is always here, so unfortunately you'll have to go into the module and then refer back to the link when it's time. So I'm just going to go in here, and every time you'll open a new module, you'll have a video like this one that introduces the module. This one will be longer than others because they all kind of follow the same format. Our module at a glance, I'm going to let you read through that. That provides your student learning outcomes for that particular module. It also always contains a link to the course schedule, which you can also find in the course information documents. There's always a lecture and an assignment folder, and please read any notes before you get started here. At the end of Chapter 1, Section 7, there's a whole series of questions. You don't have to complete them. Just read up to the section that says Algorithm Workbench. In that section, read question 3, and then there's a video there to demonstrate how you would do that. And then scroll down a little further under Predict the Results. Number 4, read that and watch the video. So the way the lecture and assignment works is when you click on this link, I've explained a little bit more about it. The assignment in Revel will be titled September 7th because Revel titles the assignments whatever the due date is. And you are to go into that assignment. I'll show it to you in the book in a minute. And you have to complete all of the reading in there and answer all of the checkpoint questions, the check your knowledge questions, and the quiz questions. Please note that the quiz questions are not part of your quiz grade. They are just questions that you kind of get assigned points for completing, and they are separate from the quizzes that will be at the end of each module, but they'll be good practice for the quizzes that are at the end of each module. In addition, any questions, you have 3 attempts to complete a question that has points assigned to it. You don't lose points if you answer it the second or the third time, but it'll help you and give you hints. So by the third time, if you've done the work, you should be able to get the question right. And those assignments are graded. In addition, I'll generally have additional supplemental material. When you get to Chapter 1, Section 3, you can come back and watch this video, which will give you some more information. Chapter 1, Section 4. Right, Chapter 1, Section 6, I've got a few things here about algorithms and the programming process. And then I have, after you watch read through Chapter 1, Section 6, a demonstration of the different types of errors. Okay, so I'm going to go back. Actually, I've got to go back right to our learning modules, and I'm going to go into the Revel textbook. And it opens in a new link, so I'm just going to wait for that to load, and you can see here's the first assignment that's due. You can read this, and in this assignment we'll be working on Chapter 1. I guess I just clicked on 1/6, so therefore I'll use this as an example. So this is Chapter 1, Section 6. Once you scroll over things or select them, you can highlight them, and that's what happened there. You can see. You can add a note if you want, or you can delete it. That's where your note would go. Okay. Okay, so you can see you can go and read the different sections. Let me find one. I think here. When you read through it, sometimes there's an animation that you can play. So you can just click on that, and then it'll show you kind of what's happening in the program. Now in this chapter, and you can show the output too. You can, we're not really to the point of programming, but it just gives you an idea of how it works. Here, I just want to show you a couple different, well, this one does not have any questions in it. But here you'll see like a checkpoint question. After you read that, you answer the question to check to see if you got that right. So that's really how the textbook works. Now remember, it's an online course, so it's very important that you are reading that information and understanding that information. Okay, so once you get through all of that, there's a discussion question, and the discussion can be done before the Revel portion here. In this case, this is just an introductory discussion. This will give you the instructions, and you click here. I kind of use an interactive collaboration tool called VoiceThread for the class introductions. It's really very easy. All the instructions are here. There's a rubric for that discussion. And then our first project is just going to be to install Visual Studio Community 2017. I have installation instructions here. Again, same instructions, but if you prefer Word or PDF. How to create a sample program using Visual Studio. This is a video where I walk you through the process. And here are the instructions themselves that you're going to use for Project 1, because you're going to actually go through the process yourself to make sure your compiler is installed correctly and everything's working. Here's a short video on how to submit your project, and this is actually the link to the project. So for the first project, follow the steps in this step-by-step instructions. Create a program using Visual Studio Community 2017. And when you're done, you click on this project link right here, and you attach your source code. So all the instructions you need are in the project folder. If at any time you have any questions, send me an email. And then there will be a quiz inside this folder that will open up on Tuesday, September 11th. Right now, if you go in, there's just going to be some quiz instructions and a video on how to take a quiz in Blackboard. For this first module, I've given you some time just to make sure we don't experience any problems with the interactive Revel textbook or getting the software installed. But I need you to get started as soon as you can and let me know if you have any problems at all. I am happy to assist. Just send me an email and we'll get everything straightened out for you. Once we get through the first module, I'm hoping things will run smoothly. Let's just get started. And again, send me an email if you have any questions.